Hi, I'm Brent Hayes, Archibald and Shorter, look after new car sales at Jaguar. What we're looking at here is the 2017 F-Pace. The concept was brought out in 2016, quickly became our first SUV and one of the world's most desired SUV on the market. One of the best things about this car is its DNA. Designed by Ian McCullum, who's quite famous for the F-Type, the car carries the same DNA in the suspension and the chassis as the F-Type. From the double wishbone front end suspension to the integral rear end, the car performs like a true sports car and has the handling and the confidence for the driver as you'd expect from any Jaguar. It's a big feature on the car. In fact, the car is sold more as a performance sports car than an SUV body. As you can see, the iconic features from the growler, the wide mouth, with calls on the DNA back to the E-Type. Of course, we're seeing the F-Type with the wide nose on top of the bonnet. The F-Pace has achieved a couple of world firsts, one of them being its very clever little activity key. The activity key is worn on your arm, but like a Fitbit. What happens with this, of course, is when you put it against the J and your keys are inside the car, it locks the car, it disables the keys, you can put it on, play golf, swim up to 80 metres in depth, and basically have an activity around it without having a bunch of keys on you. A world first. Likewise, in 2016, when the F-Pace was launched, it won the coveted award for Most Desirable SUV, the Women's Car of the Year by Choice for SUV, and just recently, 2017, it won World Car of the Year and World Design of the Year. Only two cars have ever done this, one of them is an F-Pace. And on a note worthy of importance, of course, is that this is the first SUV ever to win World Car of the Year.
A really cool thing about Jaguar is, of course, Jaguar's been named after the cat. You'll see the button here, the start-stop button, it'll actually flash when it's at rest. When it's flashing at rest, it's actually the heartbeat of the Jaguar cat itself at rest. That's a little bit different, but at least you know that the DNA of the name is right through, even to the little visual at the start button. The F-Pace is probably the most, well, it's really the most amazing SUV you could possibly drive. There's other marques out of the European countries, obviously, we know who they are. This really does perform. Its cornering is exceptional. As I said before, the double wishbone front end, that's a Formula 1 design. The rear end integral rear suspension, that basically gives the car a lot more movement to the wheels, particularly around corners. It'll keep the car straight. Pretty much, it's all in all, it's a lot of cars wrapped up in one. And if you want to have the family SUV for the weekend with the kids and all that, not a problem. But if you want to get on the road by yourself and go for long drives, this car will do it, and it'll make you smile when you get out of it. The seating, etc., all electric, 10 by 10 way seats, very comfortable, all supportive. Basically, the car will cocoon you in a sports car mode, but you are sitting quite high, so it'll give you the SUV feel. You're at what we call the command seater position. We're nice and high, but at the same time, we've got the feel of a sports car. The car's wrapped around. We're cocooned into a pretty nice layout. As I said before, so not many buttons, very easy to get through, and just with the flick of a button, we can be playing in sports mode. Down here, of course, we can go into sports mode with the S, and then play on the pedals. We certainly get a lot more traction and a lot more response from the engines. All in all, pretty much the perfect car.